All right, today we're going to build your personal workday phrase book. We'll walk through 4 key phrases that are going to make your professional English sound so much more natural and confident. Let's get right into it.
So, let me ask you, do you ever feel like your English at work sounds a little bit, I don't know, direct? Or maybe it just doesn't quite sound like the way you hear native speakers talk? Well, if that's you, you are in exactly the right place. We're about to give you the tools to really smooth out those conversations. Okay, picture this. You're walking past a colleague's desk. You can totally see they're focused, but they also look pretty tired, you know? They're deep into a difficult project. You want to say something encouraging, but what's the right thing to say?
In that exact moment, a simple keep going is just perfect. It's so powerful because it shows that you see them. You see they're in the middle of a tough task. It's really just a quick way of saying, hey, don't give up. You can do this.
You could even put it into a full sentence, something like, you're doing a great job. Keep going. You're almost there. I mean, how supportive and motivating is that? It's exactly the kind of thing that can give a colleague that little extra burst of energy they need.
Okay, so let's move our little story forward. A bit later, you've got that report your colleague has been waiting for. You don't need to set up a formal meeting or anything. You just want to hand it off to them really quickly. This is the perfect time to use the phrase, drop by. It just means to make a short, casual visit. And it's a great way to signal that you're not going to take up a bunch of their time. It just sounds friendly and super efficient.
So, for example, you could send a quick message that says, hey, I have the report you asked for. I'll drop by your desk in a few minutes. It's clear, it's informal, and it sounds completely natural. Just remember, drop by almost always means a quick, in-person thing.
All right, on to our next scene. You've delivered the report, you're just getting back to your desk, and, of course, the phone starts ringing. So you pick it up.
Now, what's really interesting about this next phrase, hold on, is how specific it is. It means wait for a short time, but we pretty much only use it during phone calls. It's become the standard polite way to ask someone to wait on the line.
Here's a classic example. Someone calls and asks for your manager. You can just say, of course, can you hold on for a moment while I check if she's available? It sounds so much more natural than saying, please wait, which, let's be honest, can sound a little robotic on the phone.
So you find out your manager is busy, and the caller clarifies what they need. They need to speak to whoever is leading the new marketing project. So now you've got to figure out who is responsible for that.
So how do you talk about this professionally? Easy. You use the phrase, in charge of. It's just the standard way to talk about who has responsibility for a certain task, a project, or even a whole team.
So you can say something like, one moment, let me connect you with Sarah. She's the person in charge of that project. See how precise and professional that is? It helps the caller get to exactly the right person right away.
Seriously.
You have just
so
mastered
that's
4 absolutely essential phrases that are going to make a huge difference in your daily conversations at work. You're all set to start using them with confidence, like today.
And that brings us to the end. We'll leave you with this one thought. Now that you've got these 4 phrases down, what's the next part of Workday English that you really want to tackle? Keep on learning.